Thank you, and thanks everybody at the McCain Institute for having me. It's a really special opportunity to engage with friends, old and new, in conversations across ideological and party lines, something that's increasingly rare. In a few moments, we'll be hearing from a very distinguished panel about the military strategics and some of the economic angles of the Iran conflict, but I want to talk about the human side. But before I do that, I'd ask you to flip your lanyards over and read with me. In prison, I fell in love with my country. I'd loved her before then, but like most young people, my affection was little more than a simple appreciation for the comforts and privileges most Americans enjoyed and took for granted. It wasn't until I lost America for a time that I realized how much I loved her. Senator John McCain. I love America too. I love America deeply. But I also love my homeland, Iran. I spent many years living and working there, trying to explain this place that America had decided it couldn't understand, couldn't know. But I was going to try. And I think it's really important right now as we ponder this war 2 months in. I, along with everyone in the world, really have every reason to want to see the Islamic Republic fall. But just because I want to see it fall, there's no guarantee that that's going to happen. And it shouldn't happen at the destruction of that country and the people that live in it, the civilian infrastructure, the natural resources. The United States is doing incredible damage in the name of liberation. And I think that the impetus for this war has been forgotten. This was sold to us as something in the interest of the Iranian people following massacre of thousands, potentially tens of thousands of innocent protesters just in January of this year. I think we've forgotten about that. But I don't want to talk about problems. I want to talk a little bit about solutions. I think that there are many ways that we can support the cause of freedom in Iran. Sadly, I think this war takes us further from freedom in Iran, but freedom in Iran is inevitable. It is coming soon, just not soon enough. I look around, I see my friend Leopoldo Lopez, Vladimir Karamurza. I know that they've paid incredible prices in their homelands for the cause of freedom. We're all working towards this together, and the United States of America has an incredible role to play. And I think we've forgotten about the soft power that we have at our disposal. So practically speaking, what can we do for the people of Iran right now? First and foremost, we have to get them back on the internet. For 60 days since the start of this war, there's been a total internet shutdown in that country. That will continue until the regime feels as though it's safe to let people back on. But going back to 2009 and the Green Movement, an event that many of you will all remember, there have been 6 massive shutdowns of the internet in Iran. Every single time the United States of America has stepped forward and say, we will not let this happen again. Internet in 2026 is like oxygen in Iran and everywhere else. People need it. People need it to communicate, they need it to organize, and we need to do whatever we can to help them get back online. We also need to reestablish people-to-people contact with Iranian society, something that during the Cold War never stopped between the United States and the Soviet Union. We have ample opportunities to do that, but currently, during this administration, this time around, and in the first Trump term, Iranians were barred from entry into this country. The number of Iranian students, which numbered tens of thousands in the 1970s, thousands from the 1980s up until 2017, has dwindled to almost none. We have to reestablish those ties. And I urge all of you who are in the business community to think long and hard about the ways that you might invest in Iran in a post-Islamic Republic Iran, because that day is certainly coming. Thank you very much. Enjoy the panel.